Thanks, Chrissy, and thanks for coming in to listen to the story of Asra Minerals. Asra Minerals is a junior explorer in the WA goldfields of Western Australia, a great location. Having worked around the world for a lot of my career, but having sort of gone to kindergarten as a geologist in this region, it's great to come home and work in your own back garden. This is the place where big discoveries are made and companies are made. Our projects are centred between Leonora up through here. If I just press the right star, we're up at Leonora, down through to Norseman. It's a mixture of predominantly gold with critical minerals portfolio on the side. And a great segue from Brightstar, that's where we're heading. This region up through here is fantastic for mid-tier juniors to make it all the way through to production if they can find the ounces. We have a portfolio, keep pressing the forwards button. We have a portfolio. We have a great portfolio. I can't keep saying that enough, can I? If I get that. Of about 1,300 square kilometres in WA in this belt. Some are under option, so we're assessing them for a couple of years to see if they're of value. But the gold is solid. We own the solid gold resources in this ground. We're up, as I say, up around the Leonora region, which is where Genesis and Red 5 dominate in the production space. They made their life here. Both of them were searching overseas. Genesis were in South America, and they came back in 2015 and bought the Ulysses project, which is down here at just near us at Kukaini. At that stage, Genesis's market cap was about $2.7 million. They're now $2 billion. That's what's possible in Western Australia with the right geology, the right team, and the right enthusiasm. Asra is really enthusiastic. We've got a great team working this ground. That's a similar slide. I'll jump through that. There are other projects in this area. We also own the Tarmoola pastoral lease, which is up through here, which encompasses Red 5's King of the Hills operations, as well as Aeris, and to the north of us, Thunderbox. Obviously, Genesis dominate in the Leonora region and have the biggest mill, or one of the biggest mills, along with Red 5. So we're adjacent to not the head frames, but the declines of these big miners. They're not doing a lot of exploration. We want to be the explorer of choice in this region. And as I'll point out in the slides ahead, we've got a lot of targets which we haven't yet uncovered. There's a whole bunch of them there. This is our Mount Sterling project, which is up just north of Leonora. This is King of the Hills here. And all of these are what we've identified over the last 12 months as our priority targets for drilling. While we've been working on the clay-hosted rare earths at Itria, we've also been doing all the data analysis on the gold host. There's some big targets there. And on the next slide, you'll see why, because of the geology. So a lot of gold targets, and we have a base, and we own the farm here as well. As you can see, you're in the right jurisdiction. As I said, we all grew up as West Australian geologists in this region. We understand the geology really well. And it's about being in the right fault systems that carry deep-seated gold and being in granite greenstone contacts. We've got all of that in our package at Mount Sterling and a lot of targets to go after. These ore bodies are very deep. Gwalia is down 2 kilometres, and Red 5 will probably end up down there as well. Just a quick touch on our clay-hosted rare earth deposit. There's a couple of unique things about what we found here. One is the high proportion of heavies, which is unique. That's about the highest that you'll get in clay-hosted rare earths. And also the scandium. We've got a high scandium content, and there are a lot of scandium projects now coming to fruition. So we've probably got a rare earth clay-hosted deposit really close to surface. It comes up really close to surface through here. It's very consistent within a scandium deposit in a gold territory. It's on the same ground as our gold deposit, so it's not costing us anything to have there. We discovered it by chance, and it will have its time in the sun, I'm sure. We've got a target on that of 300 million tonnes. That's a little bit of information there on scandium. Back to our southern hub quickly. We've been picking up a critical minerals portfolio down in the southern hub, south of Kalgoorlie. Which again will have its time in the sun again. Other people are doing a lot of good work down through here. And I think with MinRes recently buying the plant at the old Poseidon Nickel project, you've also got potential processing facilities down here as well. So as well as us looking in the north at gold exploration and developing resources that will feed into other people's mills, down through here, MinRes are providing the opportunity for lithium deposits that aren't necessarily massive to feed into a hub. So we're continuing to do geochemistry in our work down through here, which is close to Covalence Earl Grey. And out through here at Bald Hill, we've got a large tenement out through here which we're doing geochemistry to identify those targets. 4 minutes I've got left. Just quickly, our catalysts, I guess, are around discovery. So it's going to be all about the drill bit. We've got programs to be drilling in the gold space for the back half of this year. That's where we'll get value into our stock. We think we're undervalued like every junior, but drilling for gold in a great jurisdiction is what we want to be doing for the rest of this year. A very small board, that's just Paul Summers is here somewhere, my executive chairman, and it's great to work with an executive chairman to share the load. And Paul's been working on a lot of good gold aggregation opportunities in this region, and has been with the company for a long time and knows all the people in this area. Matt Longworth is also a non-executive director of us, and I have one full-time exploration manager who's registered. He's done the exam, and it's really important to have that behind you when you're going forward with programs of work and getting drill bits on the ground, which is what we intend to do. Outside of that, we generally engage consultants and contractors as needed. We've got a good network in Perth of people that are really enthusiastic as well, that know this area. Even though there's been a lot of work done here, there hasn't been a lot of deep work or detail work to discover these million-ounce deposits. That's what we're going after. A little bit on the corporate stuff there, which you can all see online. We think we've sort of got a bit of traction since the last quarter, and we hope to keep going upwards and onwards from there. And we'd like to have people come on board and join. So if you like gold junior explorers in a great jurisdiction with a great team, come and learn more about Asra.